then he was inside in the house.
Electrical power line. It's massive, just like right over here. It seems to me to be a pretty dangerous thing, but I think it's just temporary.
Now their wash house. We just drove about 40 minutes from Akria's home, deep down into the red zone, more into the mountainside, where people have really...
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
The problem, that's 2 weeks in hospital, they have operation.
The cars couldn't get back up to the village to help them out, and so they had to get out with what they had, and that was a motorcycle.
They've been really just trying their hardest to survive for the last few months. We're in the city of Mataram because supplies is the cheapest here. It's the main city of Lombok. So we drove 3 hours to get here. It's about 4 hours from the red zone, the people who were really affected by the earthquake. So it takes a lot to get the supplies to them. And they're really out of reach. There's mudslides happening, it's the rainy season. There's a lot of negative impacts taking place to make it harder for us to get to them. But that's what we're gonna do, no matter what, get to them. How many? 4. Alright, Tyler, baby, how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling excited. I got a good feeling like in my gut, in my stomach.
We've been waiting to do this for weeks. I feel the same way.
Trying to hold in all the giggles and the smiles, but
it's just, yeah.
It just feels good, you know?
It just feels good. I will link all previous videos. If you have not seen our previous Lombok videos, last week's video, you may want to watch them before you watch this one. It will make things make more sense in a timeline area, so go down to the description below. I have listed them and what you need to watch first to make things easier.
I'm feeling a change.
But it's good. Blankets, check.
The people that were in the red zone have not been taken care of yet. They're still without homes, they're still without basic necessities. So today we're in the market buying blankets, mats, plates, and rice to bring to families. Maybe they can have some hot meals while they're repairing their homes during the rainy season.
Coming in at 8 boxes total of noodles.
Change coming.
We have blankets, we have bowls, we have rice, we have noodles, we have 2 toilets. How many we got, babe? 78. 78?
It's happening now. It's happening now. Yeah, found me.
People need to be able to reach each other after an earthquake.
This is almost impossible to get through.
We just stopped on the side of the road and we were talking with a teacher and a lot of farmers who are here in this area. There's about 6 families we just gave bags to. They include blankets, rice for the next 2 days, just a load off. Let their minds be at ease for a little while about how they're going to get food on the table and they can focus on the rebuilding of their homes. The problem here is that these guys are the last ones getting attention. They're the farmers that are really hard to get to. They're in the countryside. The people have really ignored them, especially the government. In the city areas, you'll see people working, hard hats, like a lot of rebuilding going on. But when you come out here, it takes a minute. But when you get here, there's none of that. There's no helping the farmers that are selling the crops at the markets. We have about $400 left in donations, so we're going to see what these people need today, see if we can come back, or who really needs some help. Maybe we can help them.
Ini kerja yang bagus.
So he's the leader of this area, this village. He wants to check the inside of the bags to make sure there's more just like a donation and not so much more just like a political promotion.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just check the bags, it's all always inside. We got the green light, got the thumbs up, so we're going to start distributing now.
Angel milks for the little ones. We've emptied out the boxes.
Wahyu.
Wahyu.
Ibu Sani. Tulis. Mawar. Desi. Epa.
So now that we've kind of distributed more of just like the general supplies of everything, people are coming in and telling us their personal stories about like what has happened and showing us the conditions that they're living in. We have saved some money aside to give them money to help them to rebuild and to finish off their home.
And then he was inside in the house, and he has a big problem with the head, and like 2 weeks in hospital, have operation. Simbe operasi lah kan bagi ta. Anu dia. This her house. This nenek ya balik no nenek.
Do they still have to pay for?
No.
It's finished.
It's finished, yeah. The position is around here. So at the moment, this is the house.
This is the house where she was in. Whenever the earthquake happened, all the bricks started falling down. She actually got hit in the head, and she had to be hospitalized for about 2 weeks. They did tell us that the government did help them pay for this.
Lagi nyapu, rumahnya 2 detik mungkin 6,7 langsung gini, langsung gempa. Itu kan baby lagi tidur.
The baby's in where is sleeping, you know.
Yeah.
In the second, the first earthquake, 6.7. The baby is still inside, suddenly detect, but he's already in, you know.
She already was hit.
Yeah, his head, you know, and then he was bring to Mataram, not in Tanjung where with the place, because in Tanjung they can do nothing, you know.
They had no
It's the same
hospital.
problem, you know.
So they had to drive about 4 hours to get to
4 hours.
to Mataram to get to the big hospital to get treated. Just getting out of the village is very difficult.
It's something like this, you know, probably like. Yeah.
Okay, we would like to give Rizzi and her family the money to rebuild their roof, which would be about $600,000, which is about $37, and they're going to buy the metal pieces to put on top of the roof so they can stop living under a tide now.
Tadi anu pernah kayak bilang diri lagunya, ha?
Okay. She let us know that Besuk, she was going to go tomorrow with her husband and buy the metal pieces to put on their roof.
And we're trying our hardest to delegate and be firm about who we give the money and who gets how much and what they get. And it's very hard, even with like the local teacher. He has a business that he's selling cashews, and he's trying to grow his business, and he wants us to buy a vast amount of cashews and then bring it back to Bali, or just go around and then promote his business. It's hard to say no, but we have to say no, and just delegation is one of the more difficult things that we're having to do. Maybe everybody got a bag?
Yes.
Okay, I see everybody got mattresses too.
It's starting to rain, so we are going to go inside right now.
I have the battery in my pocket. My nose is running. It's slightly spicy.
Bahasa 4 months ago, the last help.
Was it the government or was it outside?
By the people.
The donation.
This village comes together whenever they're doing a group project, like rebuilding someone's home, working to rebuild the mosque, which is what we're standing in. It was the first thing to be rebuilt. When they come together, they make a meal like this. It doesn't happen every day, but it happens every once in a while, and when it does, it's pretty special. We're very happy to have been able to provide the rice for today, and the moment we showed up, they started cooking, and we didn't even realize. And it's really rude when someone asks you to eat, not to. No reason we wouldn't want to, but just a fun fact of Indonesian culture, you should always say yes if someone's offering you some food. And this food is seriously the best Indonesian food I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. If I've eaten your Indonesian food, please don't be unhappy with me, but this is just really, really, really good.
If you do ever get the chance to come to Lombok, I will tell you this, it is going to be one of the most beautiful places you've ever seen in your life.
This is Tyler's favorite part about flying this drone. He literally loves the look on children's faces when he's around them flying. It's like, it warms his heart. So let's wrap it up, guys. We have been giving donations for 3 days. We have put roofs over 3 different homes. We have built walls. We've paid off hospital bills. We have given over 100 families meals and food to supply them for at least 4 days. Children have milk in their bellies. People have mattresses and bowls. Oh, you did this. Our patrons did this. And this patron of the week, his shout out, this shout out goes to Dylan McWayne. Thank you, Dylan, so much for your donation. The motorcycles love you. We love you. Everyone loves you. Your thoughtfulness did not go unnoticed.
Did you just do the patron shout out without me?
Yes, baby. It's getting dark.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
We really appreciate it, guys. Subscribe, and we'll see you next Sunday. Please give this video a